Hello, friendos. My name is Nez. The year is officially done, but we're continuing our look back and year-end review of Arknights in 2023. We're gonna reminisce about the past, we're gonna reminisce about all these events, while also hoping for the future. So we're gonna be reacting to all of the events that happened this year. Who would have thunk that after this monumental event in episode 12, we would have the most successful event in Arknights history? The biggest event with the biggest ramifications, the most financially successful event in terms of revenue, and the most hype event that we've ever had. We had the premiere of the finale of the Rhine Lab arc, Lonetrail, with the premiere of one of the best trailers they've ever released for this game. This was a culmination of build-up starting from Mansfield Break all the way up to Dorothy's vision, with the side stories of Saria and Silence and Ifrit in the manga. Everything has built up to this moment where things in Arknights would change forever. The sky of Terra was about to be breached. People will be allowed to dream again of reaching for the stars. All thanks to a doggo. To a doggo that led her way all the way up to the stars. This was also the same time when Enfield started ramping back up from the dead. Enfield had been silent. This event coinciding with their marketing scheme of releasing teasers and the eventual live technical tests. This was an all-time S-tier event in Arknights history. Just Arknights as a brand in general. This was an all-time peak month to be an Arknights player. And most of all, we got conclusions of so many different character dynamics between Saria and Silence, Ifrit and Rosmontis together, who paired up as friends with Ifrit and her abuser, with Rosmontis and her abuser. This event was peak. This event was fucking peak. Aside from episode 12, this has got to be the best, definitive, best event that Arknights has ever had. Enfield was ramping up, the trailers dropped, the technical test went live, the hype was at its maximum, and Arknights, it broke its peak revenue 2 times this year. First with Chongyu event, then with Lonetrail. It was wild. We got Mulesies, we got Holiak, we got so many banger skins. They keep dropping all these banger live 2D skins during these big events. Kelsey's Remnant skin, still to this day confusing people on Reddit to whether it's canon or not, when evidence points that it's more canon than it is not canon, that's for sure. Lonetrail, what a fucking event. All time, best of all time. This one's for the books, definitely. So anyway, there was that, Lonetrail. After Lonetrail, we were sorta rounding out the end of the year. After Lonetrail, we had the rerun for Stultifera Navis. Stultifera Navis. I remember spending 230 pulls for Spectre Altar and getting 5 Irene in exchange. I've never forgiven Hypergriff for that. Ever since then, I've been saving 300 pulls for every single limited banner. I do not forgive Hypergriff. No, ever since then, I have trauma from Stultifera Navis. To this day, I still don't have Spectre Altar. I have a 5-pot Irene. And this year, we also got a lot of new players, actually. I don't know if you friendos noticed, but I definitely noticed a whole lot more new players coming into Arknights, especially streamers, VTubers. Hypergriff was definitely doing more marketing campaigns to get people to play the game. Iron Mouse was sponsored to play the game. Connor got brought back to play the game. We got a whole bunch more Japanese VTubers entering the scene. I've followed like a handful of Japanese VTubers that have recently gotten into Arknights. Even if I don't understand them, I just like watching them and their characters just play Arknights. This year has definitely been great, not just financially, but player base wise. Arknights has grown so much. Yeah, the player base so far, I think it is very healthy. The game in itself has been a successful and consistent live service that is still gaining new players. The anime also contributed to a lot of that, especially with people picking up the anime Season 1 and Season 2 of Perish and Frost around this time. So a lot of things happened this year. Not just inside the game of the Arknights, but outside of it. So many new players, so many great events, the anime, a lot of transmedia stuff being released. We got Season 2 of Perish and Frost, we got Lee's Detective Agency, we got Kobe's Diary, which has been streaming for the past few weeks. It's been great. We got the mangas, we got the Rhinelab manga translated, we got the cooking manga still going on, we got Angelina's manga currently going on. There's so much transmedia stuff for Arknights going on. Like, Arknights is just booming this year. It really does feel like Hypergriff is setting Arknights up to be their premier brand. We realized that early on just from in-game stuff, but looking at outside stuff, out-of-game stuff, Arknights is growing. Arknights is getting big. Enfield showed up at the beginning of the Game Awards to announce signups for the global technical test. Arknights is moving up. It is moving up. I didn't actually fully plan on becoming an Arknights content creator. It was just a thing I did on a whim halfway along the year. I was already playing Arknights. We've slowly and steadily kept this Arknights thing going on, and we're now at the end of the year. So, our next event, one of the last events of the year, the beta for the upcoming CC season, Pinch Out Experimental Operation. Ah, pinch out. Pinch out, pinch out, pinch out. Well, it is what it is. It's a flawed game mode in many sense. The UI could be a lot better. The stacking has been less than ideal for non-endgame players. And this problem is still going to continue on with CC, with the next season of CC, especially with all the valid criticisms about the reward structure, plus the difficulty of that upcoming game mode. Hopefully they could address things moving forward with CC2 of the next season. I definitely don't think it's as bad as people say it is, but it's definitely not as mid-core friendly as original CC. Those expectations clashed with the current realities of how current endgame modes are now designed, with stronger operators in mind, compared to when CC first started out. For our last event of the year, capping things off, capping 2023 off, we have the continuation of the Laterano arc, the Sancta arc, Hortus de Escapismo. The story didn't go bombastic as I expected it to go, especially involving stuff with the Sarkaz. There was a lot of discrimination going on, let's not lie. The Sancta, they hate the Sarkaz. It's another one of those, oh yeah, the Sarkaz are getting brutalized in this event. They are getting oppressed, they are getting discriminated against. Classic Arknights, classic. Executor finally got his altar, he has a new position when it comes to Laterano. The law is making moves. Things are building up, but I feel like it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and there's still more things to get into later on with more Sancta and Sarkaz stuff, so I'm pretty excited about that as ramifications for this event. Capping 2023 off with our final event of the year. It has been a good run, to be honest. This year, more so than last year, had so many banger events, so many S-tier events, so many S-tier stories, so much of which was Kino and cinema, so many meta warping and defining characters released this year. It's been wild for Arknights in many ways. A lot of the transmedia narrative stuff was released. Enfield is about to enter its global technical test on the 12th. They're making progress in so many avenues on so many different parts of Terra. From Lonetrail to the Abyssal Hunters and the Seaborn. Things are connecting in ways that we haven't seen before. We still have IS-4 to look forward to. With Sammy, the portal in the north, the portal that leads to Talos 2. The worlds are connecting, the story is connecting. When I first started Arknights, I was legitimately blown away that the main story, just the main story when I experienced it, it was better. Better than so many AAA stories that came out in the previous years. It was a very humanistic look at illness, at oppression, at systemic violence. It was very political, it was very humanistic. The main story got me to fall in love with Arknights, but Arknights said, we got a whole world for you to fall into. Arknights has overall had, by far, its best year yet in 2023. It only looks like it's getting a lot better in 2024. We've had immense growth in players, we've had immense growth in revenue. The world of Arknights is just developing wider and wider. I think Arknights is in a very good place as a series, as a brand. Definitely look forward to Arknights 2024. And that has been our year-end review of Arknights in 2023. It's been a banging year, lots of stuff going on, and so far it's going to be looking good in the future. Once again, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. If you friendos have your own thoughts about everything that's gone on this year, put them down below. What was your favorite event? What was your favorite new character that was released? Or what was your favorite new plotline or story? Put them down below. But until our next video, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. I'ma see you all next time, friendos. Bye-bye.